Hello, math buddies! Good day! How are you? Hope that everything is fine. Welcome to another fun, challenging, exciting, and amazing mathematics discussion with me, Teacher Ann, your math buddy. And for today's lesson, we will be discussing Introduction to Sets. But before going any further, let me first share to you our lesson objectives. For today, we will be defining set. Describe and illustrate well-defined sets and null sets. Determine the elements of a given set. And lastly, identify the number of elements or its cardinality. But before we will proceed to our main lesson, let's have first here some unlocking words difficulty. So these are the words that you might encounter as we go along with our lesson. First, we have here integers. So what are integers? So these are numbers, either negative or positive. So from negative infinity, 0 to positive infinity. Whole numbers. So whole numbers starts with 0 and a set of counting numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Next, the natural or counting numbers. From the word counting. So kung babilang tayo, saan ba tayo magsisimula? Of course, we start with 1. So the set of counting numbers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Even numbers. So we have here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Of course, we will have 12, 14, and so on. If we have even numbers, we also have here the odd numbers. Baga kabaliktaran ng even si odd. So odd numbers, we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. So those are the odd numbers. Prime numbers. So ano ba si prime? So we have here 2, 3, 5, 7. So how do we define prime numbers? So these are numbers whose factors are only 1 and itself. Okay? Say for example, so ano bang factors ni 2? Ano bang number na ma-multiply that will result to 2? Of course, only 1 times 2. Same as with 3, 1 times 3. So wala nang ibang numbers na ma-multiply that will result to these numbers. So, sila yung tinatawag nating prime numbers. We also have here the composite numbers. These numbers are having factors other than 1 and itself. So, like 4. Ano ba yung mga factors ni 4? 1 times 4, and beside that 1, we also have 2 times 2. For 6, 1 times 6, 3 times 2. 8. So we have 1 times 8, 4 times 2. And 9, 10, 12, and so on. Perfect squares. So these are numbers. If a certain number is multiplied to itself, will result to this. For example, 1. 1 times 1, 1. 2 times 2, 4. 3 times 3, 9. 4 times 4, 16. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 are perfect squares. What about the so-called multiples? So we have here skip counting by. So say for example, when we have multiples of 2, parang nag-skip counting lang tayo ng 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So those are multiples of 2. What about 3? Ano ba yung multiples ng 3? Skip counting by 3. 3, 6, 9, 12. So that's it. Factors. So factors are numbers which can be divided without a remainder. So say for example, number 4. So ano ba yung factors ni 4? We have 1, we have 2, and we have 4 because 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So 1, 2, and 4 are factors of 4. Now, let's have our first activity. I have here an object or group of objects. Try to identify them and group them according to their characteristics. So, we have here A, B, and C. Let's start with A. We have here an apple. So, ano ang isasama nyo kay apple? Si Rose ba? O si bicycle? Or ito ba? Mali. Dahil ang tamang kagrupo niya, okay, si banana. Ano pa? Very good. Si mango. What about here for the next group? Bicycle. Sinong ang kasama ni bicycle? Okay, the boat. And the airplane. And for group C, okay, we have here the rose, the sunflower, and the gomamela. So why did you group the objects as such? For group A, we have here apple, banana, mango. B, bicycle, boat, airplane. C, rose, sunflower, and gomamela. So what do you call this group of objects? For group A, they are what? Right, they are fruits. For group B, they are? Yes, they are vehicles or means of transportation. And for group C, correct, they are flowers. So these three groups of objects are what we mathematically call set. But a set is a well-defined group or collection of objects that share a common characteristics. Each object contained in the set is called a member or an element of a set. This is the symbol used for element. And this is the symbol used for not an element. A set can be named using capital letters like A, B, C, D up to Z or any letters in the alphabet, and we use these braces or curly bracket to group the elements of set then separated by commas. And if a set contains many elements, we often use 3 dots. Okay, these 3 dots, and we call this as ellipses. Remember that in listing the elements of the set, each distinct element is listed only once, and the order of the element does not matter. Ibig sabihin, pag yung members natin or elements ay bumabalik, hindi na natin isusulat siya uli. Kailangan isang beses lang nating isusulat ang element dun sa set. So let's have here some examples. A. Set of school days in a week. So can you give me an element that belongs to this set? Right. So we have here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are called the members or elements of a set. Let's have another one. Oh. So Monday is an element of A because we have here in our set A, one of its member or our element is Monday. So Monday is an element of set A. But what about Saturday? It's not an element of set A. It's because, as you can see, there is no Saturday in our set. Wednesday is also an element of A, but Sunday is not an element of A. Have another example. Set B equals set of counting numbers less than 5. So what are the numbers counting numbers less than 5? Remember the counting numbers? Okay, so right. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are called members of elements of a given set. Let's have number 3. Set C is the set of letters in the word mathematics. Okay, so we have here the members or elements M, A, T, H, E, I, C, S. What happened to other letters? From mathematics, which contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, now only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Remember that in writing the elements of a set, the elements is listed only once. So instead na isulat natin ulit sa letter T kung saan nagbabalik siya at sa letter A nagbabalik din siya. So isang beses lang natin siyang isusulat. So, MATHEICS are called the members or elements of a given set, and each element is listed only once. So let's have here. Let's try to answer this. Set A, counting numbers. B, even numbers. And C, odd numbers. Is 3 an element of C? Is 3 an odd number? Yes. So this is 3 is an element of C. What about B? What about this one? 8 blank B. Set B. Is 8 an even number? Right. 8 is an element of B. What about this one? Is 0 an element of counting numbers? Very good. It's not an element because 0 is not a counting number, but rather it's a whole number. Let's have this one. 15 blank B. Element or not an element? Correct. It's not an element because 15 is not an even number. What about this? 6 is correct. It's an element of set A. It's because 6 is a counting number. And last, we have, right, it's not an element because 12 is not an odd number. Now, let's differentiate well-defined sets and not well-defined set. So when do we say that a set is well-defined? Let's take a look with this example. The set of primary colors. So what are the elements of this set? Correct. We have the red, the blue, and the yellow. This group of objects is well defined. Why? Because they share a common characteristics and that is they are the primary colors. What about this? Set of all multiples of 5. The elements are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. This also is well defined. The set of counting numbers less than 10. Can you give an element under this set? Yes, you're right. We have 2, 4, 6, and 8. And last, we have here the set of months with 30 days. So, what are the months having 30 days? Right, we have April, June, September, and November. So this is also well defined because they are all the months in a year having 30 days. But what about this? Can we make a set of famous dancers? What about the set of punctual students in your class? Can you name some? The set of honest people. The set of popular actors. Are they well defined? And the set of excellent singers. Are they well defined? No. These are examples of not well defined sets. It's because your idea of famous or punctual or honest or popular or excellent would be different from others. So, we cannot make a set of this. We cannot make a set here. Okay? So, let me give you a tip. A set is not well defined if we have here some adjectives like the word famous. Here, punctual. For number 3, the word is honest. Here, popular, correct. And for the last, we have here excellent. Okay. So, these are examples of not well-defined sets. Now, let's discuss an empty or null set. A set with no members or elements is called an empty or null set. and it is denoted by this symbol. Okay? Bracket without anything inside. Okay, for empty set. And this one, para siyang circle na may slash for null set. Okay, example. When do we say that a set is null or empty? If it has no members or elements. Set T is the set of counting numbers between 1 and 2. May counting numbers ba na nasa pagitan ni 1 at saka ni 2? Right. So therefore, this is an empty or null set. Let's have another one. Set I is the set of months with 35 days. May month ba na 35 yung araw? Wala. Kaya, this is an example also of an empty or a null set. What about this cardinality of sets? Cardinal numbers or cardinality of sets refers to the number of elements in a given set. It is denoted by the symbol n. Our cardinality of set A is written as n, enclosed in parentheses, the name of the set. Let's have here an example. Set D is the set of vowels in English alphabet. Can you name the elements under this set? Right. So we have here A, E, I, O, U. And how many elements are there in a set? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So therefore, the cardinal number of set D is 5. Very good. Next, set R is the set of letters in the word difficulty. Can you name the elements of the set R? Right. Remember, again, in writing the elements, we listed the element only once. So we have D, I, F, C, U, L, T, Y. And we have how many elements are there in a set? Right. We have here 8. Therefore, the cardinal number of set R is 8. What if there is no elements in a given set? What will be its cardinality? Say for example, set M is the set of months that starts with letter B. Is there a month in a year that starts with letter B? No. It's an empty or a null set. But what is its cardinal number? Very good. It's 0. Set X is the set of odd numbers between 1 and 3. Are there odd numbers between 1 and 3? No. Set X is an empty or a null set. Thus, its cardinal number is 0. So that's all for today. I hope you understand our lesson. And see you again on our next class. Goodbye!